got a nice, I don't know, organic acoustic feel to it. It's melodic. It's a nice song. It really is. He did a nice job with it.
Yeah, he did, and that's why one of the reasons I saved it for last. Of course, since it is his current hit, I wanted to have it. I wanted to have it where we could have time to talk about it and have him explain a little bit about the content and everything. But yeah, it was a good track, and I think it's getting what it deserves. It's getting the play that it deserves, and we may be hearing much more of that. Speaking of much more, we have much more music. There's a phrase out of the 60s.
A blast from the past.
A blast from the past. Those old jock expressions from broadcast radio. Yeah, more music, much more music, and then of course the ultimate was most music. And
most music,
and all those Pam's jingles. Remember the jingles? Music, and pow, pow, power. Oh yeah, those were the good old days. That was back when radio was radio and not a corporate jukebox like it is today.
Actually, and it's funny that you mentioned that, because there's a station in London called Radio Caroline, which is, the old pirate radio station, and they've gone legit now, but it's just such a wonderful station to listen to. And I'm pretty sure they use Pam's jingles. They're so slick. They're really good.
Wouldn't surprise me in the least. And they have had a record of producing some great ones for stations. We had one of the stations I worked for had that also. We got to move along because our next band is standing by, waiting to talk with us, and we're going to play a tune of theirs right now called Born. Well, no, I'm sorry. The song is Till Dawn. The band is Born Healer, and here they are.
I will till the morning. Oh, you know, if you are late, you know, I will be gone. And you know, I will be gone.
And there you have it. That's Till the Dawn, the title of their, well, that was an album these guys did a few years back, and it's got some great tracks on it. You get a comparison of what they sounded like then, and at the end of this little chat today, we're going to hear their newest, a thing called Heavy Rumble. But first, we're going to bring a couple of the band members in here. We have with us today Helen and Ian. Helen and Ian, welcome aboard. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hi. Good to speak to you.
Good to speak to you. We're in London, UK, so
absolutely
great to be chatting to you guys.
Pleasure to have you here with us, and you do have a mix, kind of an international scene going on there. I know you've got Ian, I believe, is an Englander.
No, actually, I'm a Scot.
You're a Scot, okay. You and Helen are both Scot.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
you have, I know your bass player is Polish. Okay, we're leaving somebody out. There's one more member, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. There's a drummer called Steve. Yeah. Although on the original CD that you had, it was a different drummer called Andy, but we changed the lineup as you do sometimes.
Right.
And both of them were English guys, are English guys. So,
okay. So there was
the bass player is the most exotic one.
Well, it's quite a yeah, go ahead.
Sorry?
Yes.
I was just going to say we all met up in London, and London is it's obviously a real cosmopolitan city. So I think we've all been here for quite a while, so we all think of ourselves as Londoners now, maybe.
Yeah, we're just Londoners now. Like, you become a Londoner. I guess it's a bit like New York. You just become a Londoner.
Right.
You know.
I know that's something from. That we try to impress that over here on Americans. That, you know, we're all proud of our heritage, but at bottom line now, we're all Americans, and really for anybody, that's the best way. You're a part of your country, regardless of your heritage, and you guys have obviously done the job you've got together. You make a great sound, and you couldn't be doing that if you weren't all pulling together. So we're glad to have you here with us today. And we've already covered a little bit. We've already covered a little bit of the band and their history. I did want to ask you. We gotta have at least one current events question in here. And since the coronavirus and the COVID-19 and everything has been the pandemic of choice recently, and I know this was supposed to be a big year for you guys because you were going on some main stage festivals this year, and I don't have to ask you how that's. I don't have to ask you how that's affected you, but let me ask you this: how are you countering it? How are you dealing with that?
Well, that's a really good question. I mean, we were booked to play some festivals, as you know, and we're all gearing up for the summer and looking forward to it. And obviously, you know what happens, so we're not doing anything. So what we're countering it by is doing lots of writing, lots of finding new technological ways of actually working together as a band. There's all kinds of software that I don't understand. Ian knows a bit more about it, but it does work, and we can put stuff together and send it over to the guys, and they can put their bits together. And there's even technology that lets you all rehearse together, although you're remote. You plug in and you just all play as if you're kind of there. We haven't quite explored that yet, but that's in the pipeline. So, we're just being, creative. Well,
hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I do have a couple of questions to follow that up with, though. And one of them is we've had other artists in bands tell us that they are experiencing problems with lag, with the time difference, which makes it difficult for them to coordinate their music when they're doing from remote areas. But on the other hand, we've seen a lot of this where people have gotten together and done productions with multi voices coming together from different parts of the world. We've had a few acts here on the show. I remember the I Band comes to mind. There's 4 or 5 guys in different parts of the world, and they record their music on iPhones. So I know it can be done. Have you encountered a time lag difference?
Well, we're just trying out some software at the moment, so we've just downloaded a few options, and we're just trying those out at the moment. And it seems to be if you try and do it on Wi-Fi, there can be some lags. But if you actually plug your laptop into the router with an Ethernet cable, then
hardwire,
it's a lot better. So we're kind of going to try over the next couple of days, and our drummer's going to get some rewiring done to his music room so he can keep up. So we're hoping it'll be okay.
Well, it'd be interesting to hear. It'd be interesting to hear how you guys work out, how it works out for you. So while we're on this particular point, let me emphasize the fact that we like to stay in touch with our guests. You're part of our family once you're on the show. So please do keep in touch with us. Let us know what's going on, and we'll help you. We'll help you get your music out there and everything. John Bon Jovial is sitting there glaring at me because I know he wants to say something here. So let's come on in here, John. What you got?
Well, I wanted to go back, rewind a little bit here, and go back to in this age of the coronavirus, COVID-19, call it what you will. And it has upended so many things for so many people. I mean, there's nobody that hasn't been touched by this because of the social limitations. I know, just based on my experience in terrestrial radio for so many years, that when you can sit down in a meeting with your peers and discuss how you're going to program the station and the things that are coming up, the synergy that you get from being all together, it's kind of hard to match when somebody is in apartment A. Helen, you're in apartment A. Ian,